0.69 grams. Do you think if he would have been white, he would have had that same sentence?
No. They probably would have like gave him maybe 3 to 6 months, tops. Like you can't necessarily put an estimate on, a certain race or like an individual, but I feel like if he were a Caucasian male, the results will be totally different because the judicial system has a way of not being fair when it comes down to black men, especially with their like sentencing and their juries and their trials. Like, it's never been fair.
I always say the judicial system is not designed for the black man at all, because
the people they get for the jury are predominantly racist. That's how I feel. They're either predominantly racist or they're handpicked and they're favorites. They have favoritism.
I agree. Yeah. So speaking of, police, now recently there was a black man in Portland, and there was, let me start over. There was a bank robbery in Portland, and they were looking for the suspect, and the cops ended up altering the mugshot of this black man. The black man had tattoos all over his face, and they ended up altering his mugshot and painting over all his tattoos before showing them to the witnesses and putting them in the lineup. So, and they never documented the changes. So when you look at his picture, he doesn't have his face tattoos, and so he does kind of look like the dude who robbed the bank. But it just, how can they do shit like this and just get away with it? Like. What is your take on that whole story, though, how they did him like that?
Again, it is a plan. They trying to extinct us. They trying to wipe us out.
I was going to ask that.
Like, I really feel like they really have a target on black men and just black people altogether, because they're seeing the progressiveness within our people. They're seeing, the heights we're reaching when it comes down to ownership and business and professional, athletes and, artists. And they're seeing that the more that we do and the more that we lecture each other, it's going to strengthen our numbers as a culture and just as a community. And they don't want that. They constantly want us bickering and fighting and separating and going against each other. They want us divided so that way they could be the more superior. But you can't stop, I'd say what God has planned,
right.
And you definitely can't put this pause on what we have going on, because we just get more and more special and talented by the day. It's new stars born every day within like our community and just our people, and we're only going to get better. No matter what, we're only going to get better because a lot of us are starting to get aware of the way that they're trying to deteriorate, us, and they're trying to keep us on this like certain level, and they're trying to put themselves on a pedestal to make them, like I said, more of the above and the superior. But that can't last forever, and eventually that generational curse of where like we're constantly, trying to outdo each other and compete, that's gonna stop.
Yeah, it has to stop. We got to stop competing with each other as black people.
Yeah, like that's what I tell you. Like, I don't see no competition when I look at another black man. I respect him as a man first.
Right.
You feel me? Like, I'll greet him as a king before I greet him as anything else.
Right.
And, whatever you got going on for yourself, that's good. I got my thing going on over here, and then it's like, hey, we don't necessarily got to, be at the finish line at the same time, but eventually I'll get there or you'll get there. Right. Like, it don't matter.
Yeah, we got to keep uplifting each other up. And I have been seeing a lot lately. We have been doing that a lot more from what I've been seeing lately, but we need to continue it. We need to keep it going. So I heard you say, like they're trying to exterminate us. So with that, do you feel like black men, though, are being hunted?
Facts. Because they see the power. They see the potential that we have in order to utilize our power. We can take what we have and we can, install it into the youth, and we can help build, like new success. But it's just they look at it as a threat, because a lot of times they dominated our people.
Yeah.
We was put on ships and sold to countries for what? Like, for slaves, for slaves, like,
right.
They know what it is. They just afraid that it will be what it will be.
Okay, so we're about to get out of here soon, y'all. And but before we do, I want to ask you: do you think that, because right now, in my opinion, the state of where we are in America's Black people, I feel like it's clear as day that racism, prejudice, that stuff is still around, even though people like to claim that racism doesn't exist. I don't understand how someone can even say that. But do you think that we're ever going to get to that point where the Caucasian race looks at us equal? I mean, I don't know how else to put it, but do you think that we'll ever get to that where they see us as equal, or we'll ever get to that point where cops aren't trying to kill us? And do you see that ever happening for us?
I do, but it's going to take a long time.
Yeah,
because they got to get adjusted to that comfort. They have to, literally put themselves in that mind state to where it's just like, you know what, I respect him, I admire him, I see what he's doing, and the only thing I could do is either help or I could just, support it from a distance. But that equality is going to take some time. But we're going to figure it out.
As a Black man in 2021, are you fearful at all?
Oh yeah, I fear for my life every day.
Do you?
I do.
How does that make you feel?
Well, I got two ways of thinking on that. I do fear for my life at times because there's a lot of, and
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but it breaks my heart to hear you say that as a Black man, that you fear for your life every day, because I know there's plenty Caucasian men who they don't have to say that. Mm-hmm. And the fact that you said that, like I said, it breaks my heart. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, because the majority of that comes from our own people, because you got people who look at what you do and see how other people admire you, and it installs that hatred and jealousy. And you got people who see what you have and they want it, but they just want it by entitlement. They don't want it by work ethic. Mm-hmm. So they'll try to find a reason to rob you, to steal from you. You know what I'm saying? Even if they have to take it that far, they'll kill you just to get a possession that, things that they can't get right then and there.
And you're talking about the other Black men, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But why?
It's that what I told you earlier. Everything was taught. That hatred was taught. That jealousy was taught. Because we all struggle, but we all struggle different. Our struggles might not be the same. Whereas to I grew up surrounded by women. Some might have grew up surrounded by men. We all struggle in a different way. Yeah. And we all were raised different. So I don't know as to, I couldn't put myself in that mental state to look at another person and to see them winning and to be like, damn, I wish that was me, or like, why can't that be me? Only thing I could just say is, hey, you doing what you're doing. Congratulations, and many more, blessings and success to you. Right. But I can't see, I couldn't put that in my heart to want to steal from somebody, to want to beat somebody up or shoot them just because I want something that's temporary, that's not even going to have that's not even going to have a meaning later on in life. Mm-hmm. Because majority of what people are robbing and stealing for is just a liability. Yeah. It's just something it looks good, but what value does it have? Right. It has no value. None. Look at me right now. This is my homie's brand. Shout outs to my boy Timmy G.
I like that hat. I've been peeping that hat.
Thank you. Popular Loaner Clothing. This jacket, this was a clothing brand that gave it to me because, number one, I'm a wrestling fan and it's my favorite wrestler. It's The Undertaker. So, okay. And then
the jacket is dope too. I saw that when I first saw you. Yeah.
But this is a plain black T-shirt, a mesh T-shirt I got from Costco. You feel me? Nike sweats from Foot Locker, Nike socks, up tempos. I'm a very simple person. I'm not too much flashy. I might got these two little chains on, but it just represents something that's a part of me as my zodiac, and it's the team I'm from. So,
what's your zodiac?
I'm a Leo.
Knew it.
You see the lion with the crown?
I knew it.
But I'm just, I'm not really into being flashy. I'm not into the whole flexing thing. I'm not into, trying to make somebody else feel lower than what they might feel within themselves. That's not me. I want to uplift. So whenever I showcase things, I like to showcase things to give a positive impact to where people could be inspired, motivated, and goal driven. You feel me? I want people to look at me and be like, oh, he did it, so I can do it too. And I'll look at the person, I'll be like, you know what, whatever you can do or what you feel like, you know, is your lane, then by all means, shit, pedal to the metal, go for it.
Right.
You know? But that fear definitely does come in because I don't know who's watching me. I don't know who might feel some type of way because people, because people's spirits, they could really get in like the most negative state because why they don't like how other people like you. You know, you could be admired by so many people and it's going to make them feel, you know, some type of way because they don't get that same reciprocation of energy. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people don't have the tools in order to provide that energy for other people to admire them or look at them in that way. Mm-hmm. And so that entitlement of just like, I mean, shit, what does he have that I don't have?
Well, I can't have it. Right.
Yeah. And you just got to find your niche. Mm-hmm. I tell people that all the time. You just got to find what works for you and just act on it.
Yeah. Keep going now. So grind never stops.
That part.
All right, y'all. So we are out of time. I just gotta say thank you so much again for coming out. I've been saying thank you a lot, I know, but I can't thank you.
It's all gratitude. I'm gonna give you the same energy by saying thank you because you didn't have to, you know, contact me to be a part of it.
Yeah, and so again, I appreciate you. But before we get out of here, go ahead and plug yourself and let the listeners know where can we find you. Sure. What's going on with you? Got anything you want us to know about?
All right. Well, you can find me Instagram and TikTok at _D Spank. I just recently went viral for my dance video. Shout out to Storm and Watomi Kwan for having me a part of the family barbecue skit. You know, hit over 2 million on Shaderoom right now. You can catch me on TikTok, over 50K followers. Just hit over 18K on Instagram. Upcoming projects, you know, with Christina Cooper. Shout out to my director. You know, we got the Rise of Six movie.
Christina Cooper?
Yeah,
that's my girl. I like Christina.
Yeah, I was in South Central Love.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so we got Rising 6 that we finna work on. That's the next film. I'm doing Growing Up in LA with Watomi Kwan right now. That's his TV series. We dropping some episodes in August. I got a few people I've been on the phone with for the past couple of days after the video went viral. I ain't gonna say who. I'm gonna just say y'all just gonna have to tune in for that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But yeah, like I said, 3 weeks till I'm 30. So
again, happy early birthday. And I just want to say I wish you nothing but, you know, more success, more blessings, and me as a Black queen, I stand behind you, you Black king, you know. So I'm rooting for you, I'm pushing for you, and again, I want to see you just continue to prosper.
Likewise, Goddess, definitely.
Yes, thank you so much, y'all, and we are out.
Trying to make a slow change, mama still slaving for a low wage. Trying to double up, 3 or 4 times. I ain't telling no lies, I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us. Double up. I ain't telling no lies, I just I ain't telling no lies, I just
5, 4, 3, 2, that's time. I got to you that money. My dreams come true. My life